I keep making interesting movements. Let's start this over. Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I'm here to wrap up Mangareadathon for you. I will leave my TBR linked down below so you know why I chose the particular volumes of manga that I did. I ended up reading 21 volumes of manga this week. I am very pleased with that number. Did I read absolutely everything I wanted to? No, only because they weren't available for me to easily purchase within this week. So anyways, so the way I'm going to wrap this up is going to be the series that I read multiple volumes of manga in. I'm going to talk about those first because they'll go by quickly, and then I'll talk about individual volumes of manga from series that I read, because there are 6 of those, and then 3 series that I read multiple volumes from. So the first series I'm going to talk about is one of my favorites of all time, and that is Ancient Magus Bride. I reread volumes 1 through 8 this week, and I really enjoyed my reread. I really loved being back in the world. Elias and Chise are amazing characters. Let's switch sides here. They're amazing characters. I really love this world. I love the way they talk about Fae in this story, and I just thoroughly enjoyed my reread. I've been missing this world and missing this story so much that it's been great to get back into it. Oh, and obviously, all of these range between 4.5 and 5 stars because I love this series. Next up is a series that I started this week on the recommendation from the Manga Hoarder. I will leave her channel linked down below. She's great. If you're into collecting manga or reading manga, her collection is crazy extensive and she's very knowledgeable. So definitely go check out her channel if you're interested in manga at all. But she recommended I try Frau Faust for the reason that it is the same author as Ancient Magus Bride. So I did pick this up. This is the story of Faust that's basically kind of gender swapped, and there's a twist to it, and I really have enjoyed this. I read the first 3 volumes this week. Those are the ones that were easily accessible to me. I do plan on getting the next 2 volumes. That will complete the series for me, because it's a 5-volume series. But I've got volumes 1 through 3 now, read, loved them. I believe they each got 4.5 stars. I don't love them quite in the same way as I love Ancient Magus Bride, only because with Ancient Magus Bride, I love Fae, and that's already something that's like kind of a buzzword for me, where this is just straight up fantasy involving demons, and it's really fun, and I still love it, just not in the same way I love Ancient Magus Bride, but it's still really, really good, and the art is beautiful. Like, if you're afraid of Ancient Magus Bride, because it's the longer running series by this author, check out the first volume of Frau Faust and see how you feel. And if not, keep going with this series because I've really enjoyed where this is going. So this is definitely in my new favorite radar. So definitely check these out. The next series has been a recent favorite of mine. If you've been around my channel at all, you know which series I'm talking about. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Princess Jellyfish. And I have now completed the entire series. This last volume was everything to me. This volume was so good. It wrapped up so much in the way that I wanted it to, but also with its own twist and style to it. I love this series, guys. If you are not familiar with this series, this is about a woman named Tsukimi. Well, yes, woman. She's 18 at the start of this story, who stumbles upon a beautiful stranger, and her life and the life of the women that she lives with completely changes. And it ends up having a lot to do with fashion and pop culture in Japan at the time. And it is fantastic. This is a story about people growing. This is very much a coming of age story. And it's about, kind of the homely looking girl blooming into who she's really supposed to be. And I loved everything about this. Tsukimi is a wonderful character. She is a jellyfish otaku, and she is obsessed with all things jellyfish, if you are not familiar with the term, and that greatly influences the series and how she looks at the world. And so it is beautiful. I loved the imagery through all of this, and this series is so much fun. I I had good belly laughs in every volume. This is a 5-star series for me, guys. Like, go and check out Princess Jellyfish if you have not. It is amazing. It is these 9 big volumes, and it was worth every penny to me. I will be rereading this series sooner rather than later just because I loved it so much. It is so good, guys. So good. Okay, so now we're down to the individual volumes within series that I read. There are 2 in series that I've already been reading, so I'll talk about those briefly. And then I've got 4 new series that I started. So let's go ahead and start with this one. This is Rurouni Kenshin's volumes 4, 5, and 6 in this lovely little omnibus. I loved continuing the story with Rurouni Kenshin. This is a series that has quickly been growing on me, warming my heart. So this story is about a wandering samurai who ends up in this small town, and this is about the people that he meets and the people that he grows to love and begins to protect, because he kind of, in some ways, finds his home with these people, at least temporarily. As he's a wandering samurai, I don't know if he's going to stick around. I haven't watched the entire anime. I haven't read the whole series, so I don't know. Either way, I love Kenshin, and I love his sweetheart. He was a samurai who was very lethal, and he's grown to seek peace in his life, and that is just something that I love and endear about him, and that's what this story is about. And yes, go check out Rurouni Kenshin if you haven't, because it's phenomenal, and I'm really loving it. I gave this volume 4.5 stars. I liked it a little more than the first one, which I gave 4 stars. The other one that I read from a series I'd already been reading is I read Wotakoi Volume 2. I'll talk about Volume 1 a little bit more when I wrap up the whole month, but this is a series about otaku, you know, people who are obsessed with certain things within pop culture, or just nerdy things in general, like video games, or manga, or whatever, animes, whatever that happens to be, dating each other. So essentially, our main duo are people that grew up together who have tried dating other people, at least she has, and coming to realize she's never herself with them, so she decides to try dating this guy that she grew up with, as he is a video game otaku, where she writes a certain type of manga. I forget what it's called. I think it's like a boy likes boy kind of style, so I think they call it BB manga. I don't remember. I would have to go flip through. But either way, and then this is a secondary couple who are their friends who are also otaku, and they've been dating for a long time. So it's interesting to see the dynamic between the two couples. I really enjoy these. I've given them both 4.5 stars. And this is not going to be a series for everybody, and not everybody is going to enjoy something like this. But the nerdy, geeky side of myself, I'm pretty much a confirmed otaku at this point after reading this series and seeing what they all do. I'm like, yeah, I'm otaku. This is pretty much my life. So anyways, I find this series really enjoyable. I really like our characters. I really like the slow burn of the relationship factor, and it's just been an enjoyable ride for me. So if you have been interested in this series at all, now that the second volume is available, I would suggest picking it up, because I think I enjoyed the second volume better than the first one, honestly. I felt like you got to know the characters even more, and it just wasn't so much about their otaku-ness as much as it was about them as people. And I really enjoyed that factor a lot. So 4.5 stars, thoroughly like. So these last 4 volumes are all brand new series that I decided to try. So let's talk about them one by one. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Pandora Hearts. I tried volume 1. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I really liked it. In this story, it has Alice in Wonderland meets demon kind of a feel to it. You know, there's portal jumping. The portal takes you to Pandora, and, you know, people are wanting to travel back and forth, and this young man ends up wrapped up in the middle of all of it thanks to his watch. So anyways, that's about all I'm going to say on the description. 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I do plan on picking up more in this series. I want to pick up at least the next volume and see where it starts to go, because I really like the setup for the series, but it could go a couple different ways, and I wouldn't be on board with all of them. So I really want to see where this goes. If you've read this series and you think I would like it because you know my taste, let me know down below. The next one on this list was kind of a random pickup that I saw, and decided to choose, and that was Wake Up Sleeping Beauty. I ended up giving this 4.5 stars. I really liked this. This is about a young man who's very driven in life. He's very motivated to join the workforce rather than go to college. He's just ready to be done with school, which I can totally relate to, being somebody who went into a trade. Like, that is just my life. So anyhow, he takes a job over spring break because he's in his last year of high school, and he ends up doing some housekeeping for a family where this young lady lives, and she's kind of kept on a hilltop and he doesn't understand why. Anyways, they end up interacting through certain ways, and he finds out her secret. I'm not telling you the secret because that's a huge spoiler. But anyways, this series is so fun. I really enjoy this series. I'm definitely picking up volume 2 the next time I go manga shopping. And yes, I'm way on board with this. If you like paranormal, this is totally your jam. Like, do it. These last two are really popular volumes, which is why I could not find volume 2 in either of them when I went shopping. Plus, they were also on sale at Barnes & Noble this week, so that's the other reason why I couldn't find them. So I'm just going to talk about them briefly because they're probably series you've at least heard of, if not read yourself. So the first one is Overlord Volume 1. In Overlord, we're dealing with real-life people who end up trapped in a video game. Sounds familiar to anybody? Yes, it probably does. But anyways, so our main character is this little skeleton leader of this band and all the, minions that he has working for him. This first volume is really interesting, and it's mostly setup, but I really liked what they were setting up, so I really want to read volume 2. So I gave this one, again, 4 stars. It's a great start, but I want to see where the story goes. So that's kind of where I'm at with this one. If you've read Overlord, let me know down below if it gets really, really good, because I would love to find a series that gets really good, because I'm always looking for a new series, and I just finished one of my new favorites, so guys, let me know. And the last one on this list is Your Name, Volume 1. I will definitely be picking up Volumes 2 and 3 just to have for my collection. At the beginning of this week, my husband and I watched the movie, and then I decided to pick up this manga volume because I'd already picked it up, so I ended up reading it, and I am so in love with this story. The movie is amazing. It is so stunningly beautiful. If you have not watched it or you have not read this manga, go do it right now. Turn this off. Go, really do. It is phenomenal. Amazing story. Visually, it's stunning. I was bawling, I was laughing, I was so emotional through this whole movie. And no, I was not hormonal, thank you. But I was very emotional. And this was an amazing, amazing story. If you have not checked it out, definitely do. Once I'm finished with the manga volumes, I plan on doing a manga to movie comparison, seeing if there's really any differences or if you can just enjoy one or the other. It'll be a whole long discussion. But anyways, I will be talking about this soon, so look to that coming up. So friends, these are the volumes of manga that I read in 1 week, because I'm crazy. But I really enjoyed being a participant in Mangareadathon. Again, I will leave the creator's link down below. Definitely go check out her channel if you're interested in manga at all. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Shay. Please subscribe. I'd love to see you hanging around. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one.